Krazy Crafters. It's Friday night, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so that means it's time for Krazy Kraftini.
Ooh, Krazy Kraftini, one of my favorites, new things that we do here. I love it.
So what is Krazy Kraftini?
Well, that's what I was just going to say. So first of all, you want to relax, and we're going to be doing a card kit together the Krazy way.
Yes, so today we are featuring a brand new coconut drink outline sticker. So
speaking of drinks, have you had a drink already?
Not yet, but I'm starting. I've got my drink right down here.
Okay, and it's not coffee, just so you all know. But, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to clarify.
So we are doing the coconut drink card kit tonight. And if you're crafting along with us, you're welcome to let us know in the comments below. But if you're just hanging out with us, that's okay too, because we're going to have fun. We're going to drink with your beverage of choice. Doesn't have to be an adult beverage. And we're going to craft and chat and just have fun.
That's right. And we have a special thing that we're doing tonight in our Kraftini. We are going to decorate the inside of the card. So we gave you the option if you wanted to add the hibiscus sticker, then we will go ahead and do that together as well. And you want to hang out for the whole thing because at the end we're going to show you the next month's Kraftini, and I got to say it's awesome.
Yes, so you can think of this as like a card kit with a twist or Krazy Kreations after hours. So I think we should go ahead, show you the finished card, tell you the supplies you'll need, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Who's ready?
I'm ready, and don't forget your beverage, okay?
Yes. All right, so here we go. This is the finished coconut drink card. I love that tropical feel with those bright, vibrant colors, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And I think, Kara, you should reveal the inside of the card for us.
I will, and I just have to say that this is a very happy card. I love it. It's going to be perfect for somebody, especially in the upcoming kind of summery fun months, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so it says just chillin', and when you open it, look how pretty that is. Aloha. I love it. So in order to do all this, we used everything from today's kit, including the glitter paper, and I'm going to show you the tips and tricks of how we made it all happen, and look how pretty that is.
I absolutely love that there's like a little surprise on the inside of the card.
Me too. We don't do that very often, but during these Kraftinis, we'll definitely start doing that all the time. It's just hard to do that when you're writing card kit instructions to show both pictures, right?
There's so many things you can do with our card kits. You can even turn them into a scrapbook layout if you're not a card maker.
Absolutely. Okay, so where do we go to get started? I think we need to say what you need to do it.
Yes, so you are going to need your card kit, and you'll also need a basic toolkit, which includes tweezers, scissors, a paper trimmer, adhesive, and alcohol markers.
Yes, now I want to let everyone know that if you're joining us and you haven't bought this coconut drink card kit, this will be available for sale for quite a while. It's not one just for this class. We're taking a card kit off the shelf here and actually doing it together. So this is one that will be available for a while in the retail. Now let's talk about how our card kits work.
Okay, so in this card kit, there's enough supplies to make 3 of the same card. So it lists all of your supplies over here on the left. You get the cards and envelopes, a sticker sheet, a sheet of 6x6 handmade microfine glitter paper, all of the solid and patterned papers, embellishments, this photograph, and written instructions as well. And then if we're coloring and you ever need a color reference, the color markers we're using today are right on the bottom of your kit.
And I believe on the instructions, do they give a little bit more detail with those colors?
Yes, so it lists what colors to use for the coconut, what colors to use for the flower, what colors to use for the leaves, so that helps a lot.
It does help a lot. So let's go ahead and open our card kit. So
now, full disclosure, we are making one card together today because all 3 cards will end up being the same.
yes, so our twist is just doing the inside, right? So we only have to do that once, I think.
Yes. The other 2 cards will be your homework.
Now, you can have this handy if you'd like, because it's a good reference to kind of see how the card is going together. We happen to have the real thing, so we're going to use that. Right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So also, let's locate. These are those instructions we were talking about.
Yep, and these are the color references right here. So those are always handy to have. We're going to be reading the dimensions from here.
Yes, so the first thing we're going to do is assemble our card. So we are going to do that together first, and then we will start coloring, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to put these over in your hands, Jackie. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but let's get all our papers out. So we have 2 green, we have a beautiful teal dot and a pink dot, and we have these brown bag cardstock. And we are going to put aside our envelopes. We don't need those. We do need to have a few of these pieces, brown bag and the white square. And I'm going to put aside our border sticker, our micro dots, and our
micro dots, mini dots,
and then our coconut sticker, because we're going to put the card together first, right?
Yes, so that's the guts.
All right. So, since we're only going to do 1 card, I think we will grab the things that we need. So, we are going to need a pre-scored card. Now, I like to make mine on the brown bag guts in this case. Of course, if you think I could lift something.
So, if you look at the card here, you'll notice that the biggest paper, the one in the back, is this brown bag. And we use that as the base to layer all of the papers. And then we put the whole thing on the pre-scored card. And why do we do that?
Yes, just because you can tell that sometimes this flips up. It can be a little awkward. So keep it handy because we're definitely going to put the base on before we do the inside of the card. Okay, so we will be putting it on today, but just not right away. Okay, so we need 1 of these. We need 1 green. We're going to need a teal and a pink. We're going to need a small brown bag. And we're going to need a white square. And I also want you to have handy this green one. Don't put it away yet because we'll be using it in a bit, okay?
Okay, so your other papers and supplies we can put off to the side.
Correct. Okay, I think we're ready now for you to start telling me the guts. So
right.
Shall we move the pens and get the paper trimmer in here?
Okay, I'll scoot this over. I'll zoom out a little bit.
I always do that with my paper trimmer. I put it backwards. I think I must have had too much adult beverage.
Or not enough.
Or not enough is right.
Okay, so first thing we need is that brown bag paper, the big one, and it says it should be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2.
Okay, so I already know it's cut to size, but let's check it. So 4 1/4, 5 1/2. Perfect.
All right, done.
So no cutting this piece, all right?
All right, the next step says to trim the pink paper.
Okay, so we have the pink micro dot paper, and what are we trimming it?
4 inches wide.
So look at that, it's already 4 inches, so we don't have to do that part.
By 1 3/4 inches tall.
All right, 1 3/4. So I'm putting mine at 1 3/4. Whoops, and I moved the table. And then this piece will be put aside, but you can make 2 more cuts for your next 2 cards on your homework time.
All right. Okay, so the next piece we need is the turquoise. And guess what?
Same.
Same size.
Okay, so 4 That's already cut for us, 1 3/4, correct?
Correct. Now, I have to tell you something funny I saw.
Now this is extra.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm going to let some people catch up. So if
Okay.
you're cutting, that's okay. I saw a video where instead of saying 1/4, somebody said 1/4. And I thought that was weird.
Okay. It is kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm trying to be correct here and calling it 1 3/4.
All right.
Okay, so for the green piece of paper, it's going to be 4 inches wide.
All right. So we're going to have to trim off 1/4 inch, it looks like. There we go. So this will be put aside. And like our friend Dawn W, who's posting Save All Your Scraps, she seems to find a lot of uses, and they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so 4 inches wide by 2 inches tall.
Okay, so 2 inches. All right. So there's that one right there.
Okay, so let's repeat these measurements really quickly. In case you're still cutting, don't worry. So we only have 4 pieces ready to go right now.
We had the brown bag, which was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that was already cut to size for us, so we did absolutely nothing, okay? Then for the pink and the teal, we want 4 inches by 1 3/4. So this is 1 3/4 by 4 inches. Now the 4 inches was already done for us, so we simply cut 1 3/4.
Okay.
Okay. Then the green paper, we want 4 inches, so we had to cut off 1/4 inch because the paper came to us 4 1/4, so we made it 4 inches and 2 inches tall there.
Okay.
Okay. So this is 4 by 2.
Okay.
Now, before we go any further, should I talk about the inside or no?
It's up to you.
No, we won't. We'll do that last.
Okay, we're not going to confuse you. We're going to go on to the next step of the front of the card. So, the brown bag paper, it says it needs to be 3 inches wide by 3 1/2 inches tall.
Okay, so I'm going to check this first, and I see it is 3 inches, so no cut there. And what was the other? 3 1/2?
3 1/2.
All right, so I'm going to put the long way at 3 1/2 and trim off the excess. There we go.
Okay, and then we have one piece left to cut for the front of the card, and that's this white piece. And we need that to be 3 1/4.
Okay, so it looks like it's a 4 by 4 piece, so we're going to have to cut to 3 1/4.
And then 3 3/4.
Okay, so 3 3/4. Perfect. And if you want to know if you got it right, all you have to do is stick this brown bag, and it's eventually going to go like that with some matting, okay?
All right, so
let's repeat these right here.
okay, brown bag was 3 inches by 3 1/2.
So 3 by 3 1/2.
And the white was 3 1/4.
3 1/4.
By 3 3/4.
3 3/4. Okay?
All right. So now we have cut all the pieces for the front of the card.
Yes, so we will put our paper trimmer to the side. How's everybody doing out there?
If you're doing good, if you're feeling good, you can give us a thumbs up.
That was pretty funny, Jackie. If you're feeling good, what does that mean?
It means that you're enjoying your beverage.
Are you feeling good, Jackie?
Not quite. Not yet.
Okay, so now it's time to put this card together, and it looks pretty easy, but there is a bit of a trick. If you remember that this piece right here was cut at 1 3/4 high, and so was this one. we're going to put this and this down first because the green of 2 inches is going to go over each of the seams, okay?
So the green is going to overlap a little bit.
Yes. So we're going just to kind of see how that works. I like to lay mine out and get a feel. We're going to put the pink and leave some matting around it, and then we're going to put the green and or teal, excuse me, and leave some matting around it. Okay, so that's what we're going to use, our favorite adhesive.
Now, I saw a lot of thumbs up, so I'm glad that you're all feeling good out there. Let's talk about this paper for a second. This is not only a solid paper, but it has a texture to it, and I think that's really neat. It has like an embossed polka dot on it.
I know, I really like that. Okay, I have to kind of move mine so I get a really good angle. Sorry guys, but I'll put it back in a minute. Now I'm using a Tombow roller. I always say this because we always get questions, don't we? And I like this because if I have to pick it up, it allows me to pick it up. So this is just called a Tombow roller, dot roller. We sell it here. And I just love it. And then it is refillable. So when you need to refill it, you just take this off, put the new one on, and snap. I love that. What do you think?
Very easy. We don't really use any other roller.
No, we use glue.
And score tape.
And score tape, but we don't use any other roller. Okay. So now I'm putting this one, kind of trying to have the same amount of matting. And there we go. All right.
All right, and then we need that green piece.
Now remember, we talked about this piece, and it's going to go over just like that. As you can see, it's hiding all the seams, right?
Yes.
Now, does it have a right or a wrong?
Nope, they're the same.
Yep, so it doesn't matter. Now, how many of you waited for tonight to do the kit? Or were any of you guys cheaters out there? And who's going to admit it, right?
Right.
I know that there's somebody in my family that, it's not Jackie either, that likes to get ahead because she's always afraid she'll be behind.
Oh, did she already do this kit?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. All right, well, if that's you, let us know. Okay, so now let's do the, what do you call these? Holographic lines.
All right. Okay, too much wine for Jackie.
No,
right.
I have got Friday brain, which means it's hard to think because it's been a long week.
Okay, so we have these wonderful borders here. Now these are called our holographic line of borders, and these happen to be straight lines, right? They're kind of relatively new for us.
These are a little bit thicker than the other lines we have.
Yes, and they're all the same size.
Right.
So every single line on here is a usable border, right?
Yes, that's really nice.
Now, because we cut them, I wouldn't really use the one where it's cut until very last if you had to use it, because I don't know if it's super straight. So I'm going to start over here on the edge.
Okay. So we're peeling one of these silver holographic border stickers.
Okay. And shall we do the bottom? We're going to go right over the seam and make it look pretty, right?
Exactly. And I love how this silver, it goes really well with these colors.
It does. And then you're going to take your scissors, you're going to trim off the excess, and then this piece should fit right there.
All right, while you're trimming, it looks like a lot of you waited to craft with us. We feel so good about that.
Yeah, that is nice.
Some of you did paper cuts early. That's okay.
Well, that's not going to be okay, actually.
Uh-oh.
But okay. That's the thing about us crazy ladies. We're here to show you tips and tricks.
It'll all work out. Don't
will.
panic.
Yep, don't panic. Okay. There. Isn't that pretty? So one border did both of those.
Very good.
And then look how many more there are. I know we're going to use some here, but look how many there are. A lot in this kit, right?
Exactly. So you could even use some of those on the inside.
Shh.
Alright, so now we're going to glue the craft and the white together.
Okay, so remember these smaller pieces. So this is the white. I believe the white in my kit has some texture as well. So if you want the texture, you want that up, okay? It's very subtle.
I like that texture.
Yeah, me too. All right, so you can't see what I'm doing, so I'll do this.
So the brown piece is going to go inside of the white, or on top of the white, leaving a matting around all the edges.
And notice we're going to put a border here, so you don't have to be too critical of things, you know, because we are going to decorate it, right?
Yeah, so if you're not putting it on perfectly straight, don't worry.
All right. Look how that's pretty.
I love it. It's like the color of the coconut.
So now are we doing our border?
Shouldn't we adhere it down first? Doesn't really matter.
No, I like to be able to pick it up to cut.
Okay.
Okay? So no adhering yet, unless you want to, but I like it this way.
Unless you want a challenge.
Okay, so I think the best thing to do is to I peeled a strip, and you want to put it on the upper part of the brown, otherwise you won't see the white, okay?
So you're lining up the edge of that silver holographic sticker with the edge of the brown paper.
Yeah, and it really is kind of nice because then you know it's somewhat straight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is why I didn't want to do that. See how you can lift it up?
I do see that. So good thing we didn't do that.
Okay, and then I'm going to do the opposite, because when you do the opposite, that way this one will lay on top and this one will lay on top, and it's kind of the same. Otherwise, you kind of get a weave type thing going. Do you know what I mean?
I do. Colleen loves the colors of this card. I do too. I said that a couple times already, but I can't say it enough.
Me too.
And Renee just ordered the coconut about 5 minutes before we started.
Woo! Okay, so now we have to do the sides. How about you do the sides?
I'm good. I'm the colorist.
Oh, Jackie. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. So what it looks like is that we will need 3 borders to do each card.
Oh, 3 strips.
3 strips. Now, you could piece some together, right? If you were really someone who likes to conserve. So if you had a little tiny piece, like I have this little tiny piece, I could put that down and then continue. In fact, I'll show you how that works. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you can attach 2 together, link them together, and you don't really see where they meet.
All right, so let's do that. So I have this left over from the first one, so I'm just going to start it here. And then I'm going to take where I just peeled this one on the other side and just kind of start it. I like to overlap it a little bit, do you?
I do. Just like about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch.
But you can't really see it, so I think that's a good way to conserve. I just think it's wonderful. And if you really weren't sure, you see where this goes over, you could strategically place that piece, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so if you have this left over, I really suggest you put it back on here because it's a usable piece. All right?
All right. Look at all those beautiful borders you have left.
Okay, so now you said we have to put this on.
Yes.
Is there a certain way? It looks like we want to be more to the top.
It looks exactly this in the middle to me.
Really? Okay. I hear a challenge. So if you don't have your Krazy Creation ruler, this is a good time to use it. So let's see here. This looks about almost an inch. And this right here, Jackie, is a little is a half an inch.
Well, I was looking right here, right here, and right here.
Okay, so I'm just telling you. So about a half an inch from the top, okay?
Okay, we need to bring these down a little bit. There.
But look at this cute ruler. So if you don't have this, this is really handy. Okay. So I would say I'm going to just kind of guess it and then check it. Looks like I have to put it over a little. Yep. So that's good from that way. All right. Is anyone crafting with a friend or a family member? You should let us know. We're crafting with a bunch of friends virtually, right?
Yep.
Okay, there I am.
All right, so we have the guts of our card. We actually need to add those little mini dots and the sentiment.
And the sentiment, right. So now it's time to find our coconut sticker, right?
Yes, so we have our sentiment on the coconut sticker, and you'll find them scattered throughout, but there's one right here at the top on the right side, and we're going to use both words, just chillin'.
Okay, so does it matter which one you do first? I think the chilling is a little easier.
I love that font.
Yeah, you say that every time. I like it too.
Do dogs count as a crafting companion?
Absolutely. My best friend is my dog Zeus. I love Zeusy. All right, so I'm using my tweezers because I like to really grab it here in the middle. It helps me a lot. And I'm just going to lightly put it down. What do you think, Jack?
I think that looks good. Oh, it looks like I missed a comment. What did we use for adhesive? We used the Tombow Mono Dot Roller Adhesive. It's our favorite.
So I'm now peeling the word just. There we go. And then once I'm satisfied, just press it down.
All right, that looks really great. And now we just need those little holographic mini dots.
Okie dokie, and here they are.
We're going to peel them up. It really helps if you have these tweezers because they are pretty small and they'll peel right off the sheet.
And I like it just for holding.
And we're going to do 3 of them because we do things in odd numbers.
Is that because we're odd?
No, we're crazy.
We're crazy.
We're not odd.
Isn't that a synonym for odd?
No. No, they don't have to mean the same things. Do we sell the Tombow on our website? Yes, we do. And we have the refill cartridges as well.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, so I have a tip from Carolyn. There is a right and wrong side on the green paper. There was a texture and a smooth.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Well, not on ours, so maybe yours.
Okay. All right, so now that we have the guts done, guess what we get to do next?
We get to color.
The coconut. All right.
Okay, so now before we do that, we have to show you something. And I don't want you to freak out, okay? Because it's going to look very daunting, but Audrey is going to put a link in the comments so that you can look at this at your leisure and more closely.
Okay. What is this?
Look. So what I did was, because Jackie and I were so excited about decorating the inside of the card and telling you that you should get the hibiscus sticker if you want to do that, we didn't give you any additional supplies. So I wanted to show all of you that the coconuts, the extra little flowers, the dragonflies, and 2 of the large hibiscus, and then I used 2 small with 2 leaves. So that would be 3 cards worth on this one 6x6 glitter paper.
Wow, that is so awesome. So if you want the little cheat sheet or the key to placing these stickers down, you can take a screenshot or you can click the link in the comments that was just posted by Audrey, and then you'll see it on your computer, and it's a great reference for you.
Now, what do you think? Now, I do want to say you'll see like this leaf hanging over here and this solid piece. I didn't want to use those on the inside, so I actually trimmed those off, so I didn't care that it wasn't on the glitter paper. If you want, you could trim this off and then put this piece on another piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So I am super proud of myself, and I thought ahead. Could you guys give me a heart if you love that I gave you the pattern? I mean, I thought that was spectacular.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay, so I think what we need to do now is find our glitter paper and get started.
Okay, so where's our kit?
Our kit. What happened?
Is this our glitter paper from the kit?
No, I had the glitter paper, but it's missing. Oh my goodness. Where'd it go?
Oh man, we lost the most important piece of our kit, so.
Yep, so we need a glitter paper. Audrey or Jackie. Jackie's gonna get it. It was in there. I don't know what happened to it.
We can't really use this, can we?
No.
Okay.
Okay, hang out, have that drink. We're having a little breather, and in the meantime...
Take a sip.
Yep, take a sip. You can kind of see. So I'm going to walk you through this pattern. I thought I had the piece of glitter paper, but it must have come out. So she's going to go hunt it down and watch me find it. Does that ever happen to you guys? Anyway, what I did was I started by putting the first coconut. Now, when you look at these stickers, you're going to notice how they're all pretty much one piece. So I put this one in the utmost corner that I could, and then I put the second one directly across, okay? So that's kind of how that one went. And then I angled this one, and that allowed me to put a hibiscus here and here. Then once I had that, all the open spaces accommodated all the little pieces, including these hibiscus. So I thought that was rather clever. Was it on my desk? Oh, I think that is weird. It's like disappeared. So Jackie's back. We have our glitter paper, and now we're going to do this from scratch, right?
Okay. Oh, we missed a comment. Is the glitter paper the cool or the warm? Just in case I need more. We'll give you a secret.
It's a warm.
I know.
Oh, okay.
All of the glitter paper in our card kits is warm.
Yes, we have used warm from the beginning, and that's because, not that we don't like the cool, because believe it or not, the cool is the #1 bestseller. But we always started with warm, and we just keep it going because a lot of people have grown accustomed to that, so we said, why change?
Exactly, and I think the warm really highlights this brown and the coconut.
Okay, so colorist, you have to prepare the glitter paper.
All right, so remember, to prepare your glitter paper, we're going to take our finger tool and rub all over the glitter paper. How many of you already did that?
I would do 5 tools.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing this just in case you're new. We want to remove any excess glitter, so we're making it velvet smooth. And the oils in our fingers are actually breaking the crystals of the glitter, and it's making it more blingy. Isn't that fun? Now, if you want to know how awesome this paper is, turn your hands over and you're going to see hardly any glitter.
Right, and so it's smoother, shinier, and DNA is added.
That's right. Okay, so just so that we don't mess people up, because we're not going to do this whole thing, when you peel yours, put it way down in the corner, okay?
Okay.
Follow the template.
Okay. Following the template. So, in case you've never peeled one of these before, let's do it together. So, this is a vinyl outline sticker, and it's really durable. All we're going to do is start peeling the outline of the image. So I'm going to start with my leaf here. And I'm peeling that outline.
Now, if you chose not to do the inside of the card, you're going to have a lot of extra glitter paper. So don't worry.
Now what I'm doing is I kind of have it on my index finger and I can sweep it across until I find where I want it. So I'm going to put it right there. And I kind of let it relax, fall into place, and boom, there we go.
Yeah, so I will tell you, after peeling some of these, the one little thing that I noticed is sometimes these pieces that are hanging got attached to that. You just need to remove it, okay?
You kind of just pull them back apart.
Pull them apart and then it'll relax right into the shape. So that was the only part that I noticed. It wasn't a big deal, but it might happen to you. So you just pull it apart.
Do we need to peel anything else?
Well, I think we should peel this. Well, no, we don't.
I think we need a small flower.
Then why are you asking me?
I'm testing you. All right, so we need to peel one of these little small flowers. So we're going to do that.
I think we ought to peel the hibiscus too, just because then it's on here. So go ahead. You can put your flower wherever.
And so we needed one of those, and it looks like 2 tiny dragonflies.
Now, are you following the guide?
I'm going really close to the guide. There's that.
There you go.
Okay.
See, as it becomes after 5 o'clock, I'm a little bit more sharp. Sharp with my Jackie. Follow the rules.
Now that little dragonfly, if you can see that, you can hang the body off of the glitter paper because we're not going to color that part of the sticker. It is solid. And then we can do the same thing over here.
Yes, that maximizes your glitter paper and gives you less fussy cutting. Now, if you are going to use the scan and cut for this kit, these are way too close together, so you would definitely need another piece of glitter paper, okay?
Yep.
Because the machine would not be able to pick up the different lines.
Okay, so now we have our hibiscus sticker. We took it out of the packaging, and we're gonna peel the big ones.
Yes, so what I wanted to say was on this hibiscus sticker, there are 3 large ones that are 2 hooked together, and then there are 3 very small ones down here. And on this glitter paper, I got 2 of the large ones, and then I got 2 small ones, and there are some extra leaves. So I thought that would be cute, you know, to just kind of use that as a different thing on the inside. So we are going to peel one of these because we're going to follow our sample.
All right, so let's grab that sticker, peel it off. And I'll give that back to you. And where are we going to place this one?
Well, the thing says right there. Now notice that the leaf and the solid part are going to hang over.
All right, I'm going to get in closer there for you. All right, so I'm going to go right over here in this corner.
Correct.
So I'm just sweeping it across, and I find this really helpful. Hopefully, is that good? Well, no. So what I'm going to do is I have my little leaf hanging off the side here. I didn't press my sticker down yet, so I can actually lift it back up.
And you need just a tad of an angle. That's a very good tip. You know, as you're trying to place all these, kind of just sweep them on. Don't press them down. And then when you're really satisfied at the end, then you could do all your pressing, right?
Right. So like right now, I'm super happy with the placement. Now I'm going to press them down, flip my paper over, and rub.
Okay, so I could get that pattern out of your way when you're ready. There we go.
So we are burnishing or rubbing the back of our paper. If you have a brayer tool, you can use that on the front of the paper. Okay, there we go. Just go over it one more time, and I think that's good. Okay, so we have our stickers. Now we're ready to do some beautiful coloring. What do you say?
I say yes. Now, it looks like you're going to need a few colors.
Yes, so let's start by coloring the coconut with E28, and that's a brown, and E40, also a brown.
Okay, so one is a very light, like yellow brown, which is this E40, and then this one is kind of like a middle of the road tan.
Yes. Even though it's 28, you would think that's a dark color, but it's actually a light brown.
Right. Now we are using Right Art markers. You can use any alcohol ink marker that you want. This is the brand that's somewhat exclusive to us, so they're very similar to Copic, but they have a bit of a different numbering system. So this is our 24 set. These are colors out of the 24, so you can easily get a Copic conversion chart on our website.
Yes. All right, so remember, this has a brush tip and a fine tip. Today I'm mostly going to be using that brush tip, kind of like every day. So, but I just like to say that. Okay, so if we look at our coconut here, we have to be kind of careful because we see a highlight in the middle of the coconut here, and then the dark part is on the edge of the coconut, and we don't want our coconut to be too dark or we'll lose the detail.
Would it be helpful if I switch these because you're coloring on that side?
Yeah.
All right.
You can put it over that part. And then up. There we go. And guess what? I can even zoom in. That'll help you when you're watching us color. Okay, so I'm going to start in this area here by adding that dark color first, E28. And here we go. So we're just going to add a little bit of dark brown in that area. Then I notice it's a little dark around the bottom here, so I'm going to add a little bit of dark, and I'm doing kind of a flicking motion. And I'm also going to put some on the upper right area.
Now,
So
are you just going to do the bottom of the coconut first?
Yes.
Because
I don't want the ink to dry. That way it will be easier for us to blend. So we're looking for a highlight in the middle, so we only put the brown around the outside edges there. Now we're going to use an E40, the light color, and we're going to blend.
Okay.
So we're going to put the marker on the dark line where it ends, and we're going to pull the color towards the center of the coconut.
That is so beautiful how that works. Very, very easy to do on our glitter paper.
Exactly. So I'm going all the way around. Now my coconut looks a little light, so the nice thing about alcohol markers is you can add dark color if it's too light, but you can never take away dark color if you go too dark. So let's add a little bit more dark. And this time I'm being a little less pressure. And then I'm going to go back to my E40. And I really like how that looks.
That's beautiful.
Nice and blended and gorgeous. Okay, so now we have to color the top of the coconut. And so we're going to go back to that E28, the dark brown.
And on this part, it looks like you have some lines that give you a clue where the dark part should be.
So we're going to have most of the dark on the bottom part where these lines are. And then a little bit of dark at the top, because maybe that straw is casting a little bit of a shadow. Now we need to blend, so we're going to use our E40. And we're going to just go towards the center. So when I'm blending the brown from the bottom, I'm flicking up. When I'm blending from the top, I'm flicking down, and they meet in the middle.
So Jackie, do you ever use the colorless blender to blend?
No, I use that to remove color, or actually to blend a really light blue or gray to white.
Yes, so the colorless blender is not really a blending tool. It's more or less an eraser. So you really want to use a light color and a dark color, and that lighter color becomes your blending tool.
Alright, so we have finished coloring the coconut. Now we're going to move on to the leaves. So for the leaves, we need those beautiful olivey greens YG00 and YG29. Yes, that was upside down. There we go. So we're going to start with that dark color again, which is the YG29. And if we look at our sample...
Now, can I stop you for a moment? If you feel this is going fast because, you know, we're very accustomed to coloring and we're not afraid to do it, it's really quite enjoyable. But if you feel it's fast, just watch. And then you can replay us and do yours at your own speed. So don't worry, this is totally a replayable video. You'll find it on our website and we'll tell you how to replay it right after the video. So, I mean, right when we're almost done, right?
You can actually replay it on Facebook and YouTube as well.
Okay, so we have lots of mediums, so don't worry, all right?
All right, so going back to those greens, I wanted to show you that the dark green is actually in the middle of the leaf, okay? So for reference, we're going to add the dark color to the center of the leaf, and I'm going to do those flicking strokes. You might find it helpful to use the side of your brush.
So again, we're using YG29 in our series, but it's a very dark kind of olive green.
Yes. And we're coloring one leaf right now, because these are pretty big leaves. I love the size of this image. Okay, so now we're going to look for that light green YG00. And I'm going to put that right on the edge of the dark green, and we're pulling it to the edge of the leaf. That is just beautiful.
That's really funny, Audrey, trying to guess my favorite color. What is it? It's going to be a secret.
I know it.
Anyway, Penny says she uses the colorless blender to blend because she doesn't have a lot of light colors. And I have to say that you can do that, but you'll get a much more enjoyable blend if you use the lighter version. Trust me, Penny.
Yes, it's a big difference. Okay, so we've done one leaf. Now we're going to do the same technique with the dark green on the second leaf. Does anyone else like that squeaky sound that a marker makes?
I do, and I love this color. I just think it's so pretty.
It's very rich.
Very rich. Now, you do want to be careful how much dark you put on, because once you go dark, you really can't go back, right?
Nope. So now I have my light green here.
And even though we said the colorless blender is an eraser tool, you really can't erase the dark color. So that's if you go outside a line, or you want to blend a line into the white glitter. But it's not for if you color dark and decide, I wish it was light. You're just going to wear a hole in the paper.
Right. You have to remember, this is glitter paper. It has glitter on it that is held with adhesive. If you add too much liquid to an adhesive, what happens? The adhesive stops working.
But I also have to tell you that it's true on blending cardstock, because you'll wear a hole in the paper.
Okay, so before we do the flowers, let's do that light blue, which is B02. We're going to just use one color, light blue. I'm going to switch over to my fine nib, this right here. And we're just going to color in the straw. And I'm going over the black lines and the little dragonfly wings.
All right, Jackie, and then after you do that, could you just review what you've colored so far?
Okay, so we have colored the coconut with two browns, the E28 and the E40. And we colored the leaves with two greens, YG29 and YG00. And now we have colored the straw and the dragonflies with a light blue, B02.
Perfect.
So now all we have left to color are those absolutely beautiful flowers.
And they are pretty. I love them.
We're going to use 3 colors for those, okay? So RV17, that's a dark pink. We're going to use RV00, which is a light pink. And then maybe the one you didn't know, it's not on all the flowers, this one here in particular, is we're going to use a little bit of this E40 to add a little bit of a yellowish tone.
Ooh, that's cool.
All right, so I've got all my other markers put away. And now let's start coloring just the pink flowers, so the dark pink and light pink. I'm going to color these two with these two colors. But if you want to do something different, you are welcome to. So I'm only going to use this E40 on this flower and this flower. All right, so we're going to start with the dark color, of course, RV17, which means red violet.
It does, and it's really codenamed pink, right?
Yeah, that means pink. So we're adding dark in the center of our flowers. Now this is actually a pretty small flower, so I'm going to do 2 at a time. And guess what? Every flower is unique, so you don't have to be perfect with this blending. Okay, so RV00 is what we're going to use to blend. Go to the edge of that dark pink and pull. And then move on to the next petal.
That's so beautiful. And it kind of matches the pink in our paper.
I wonder if we did that on purpose.
Maybe.
Now if you need a little more dark pink, you can always go back and add more dark pink. Just be careful. I think I'm going to keep mine like that. Now let's look at this one here. So I think I did this quite a while ago.
You want the dark pink, and then the light pink, and then the yellow on the tip.
All right, so we're going to start with the RV17 again in the center of the flower. Let's just do one together this time, the one in the corner here.
I think you need a sip of your beverage.
You want me to slow down?
No. Maybe people out there do, but I was just suggesting.
All right, I'm trying to zoom in for you. Okay, so we have the dark pink on there. We're going to do the light pink, but we're not going to go all the way to the edge, okay? We're going to leave a little bit of white on the very edge of the petal.
So you're basically going to get rid of the harsh line of the dark pink with the light pink.
Yes. Okay. So that's what we have. Now we're going to use E40. And we are going to just put a little bit of that E40, make sure it's clean, by the way. And we're just going to do that E40 on the very edge of the petals. And isn't that so beautiful?
It is beautiful. Very nice.
Okay. Beautiful. And you can even add a little more light pink if you want it less. Because those two colors are going to blend really nice.
I think it looks very tropical.
I love it.
Okay, so now you're going to do this small flower the same way. So you can do a repeat.
So we're going to start with the dark pink, just a little bit because this flower is a little bit smaller. Then we'll go to the RV00, the light pink. And we're not going to go all the way to the edge. We're going to leave a little bit of white showing. Then we're going to take that E40 and we're going to put it in the white spaces on the edge of the petal, on the outside of the petal. And if you want to tone down that yellow, go back to the RV00 light pink and just add a little bit of light pink where that yellow touches the light pink.
Very nice.
I love it. It gives you a variation to your flowers because they're all different in real life.
Now, when we look at the inside of the card, I think there's something very similar.
Oh, okay. So we're going to do that same technique on the hibiscus sticker.
So here we go, Jackie, colorist.
I'm going to turn my paper.
Yes.
All right. And then we can put the card there. Oh no, it has to open. Never mind.
Yeah, but I could do it kind of like this.
Okay. Have you ever tried coloring upside down? Maybe that's a new challenge.
Yeah, there we go. Now, I do want to tell you that it looks like these are darker, so I think you're going to add a little bit more of the RVOO over the E40 at the end.
Okay.
Hint, hint. So let's do it step by step so everyone knows what I'm saying.
All right, so starting with RV17, dark pink. We'll do one flower at a time. I'm going to put the dark color on the inside of the petals. And we're just going around, adding some dark pink.
And be kind of generous with that because it really adds to it because it's a little bit of a bigger flower, right?
Yeah. All right, there we go. Now we'll go over to this RV00 light pink. And we'll blend that out.
Now, if you don't have the hibiscus, this just shows you how to color it, or you may want to color your flowers on the coconut this way.
Exactly. Or maybe you want to use this for another project, this technique.
Yes, unfortunately, the hibiscus is pretty much sold out, and we're waiting for that to be restocked. But if there's one or two left, you should grab it.
I think it's sold out. And then we go back, we use the E40. And we're going to use that on the edge of the petals. And I'm flicking in this time, so I'm going from the white to the pink.
Now here's going to be where the key is. If you want the yellow, the E40 to look more orange, you're going to go back over it with the RVOO.
Which is light pink.
So it's really fun just layering colors sometimes. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I think that's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. So if you wanted more of that orange look, you just go back over with the light pink.
Okay, I did that.
No, I know, I was repeating.
Oh, so you can do it again? Oh, you're just repeating what I did.
I was just repeating what you did.
All right, now we're speaking the same language. So we're going to do this one more time to this flower right here. So we're now going to be experts at this. So RV17, dark pink is going to go in the center of the flower.
And I think it's good to repeat because I think this might be new for a lot of people. Is this new for you, this color combination? Because I think it's one of my new favorites.
Me too.
Now, only one of you guessed what color you think my favorite color is, and I'm surprised you don't know me because nobody's guessing, but it is not green.
Nope, not green. I thought you had two favorite colors.
I do,
okay,
but it's not green.
Can I give a hint?
No. Are you going to say I'm wearing one of them?
Yeah, I was. All right, so now that we've done the RV00.
Crystal, I'm not wearing pink, but you're very close. Yellow, that is one of my favorites, and I'm not wearing that color.
All right, E40 is next. Okay, we're just filling in those white spaces.
Ooh, I see some really pretty combinations. So yes, we now have the yellow is one of my favorite colors, but you haven't guessed the second.
And now I'm back to that light pink RV00. This is going to make it look
and
more...
it is not purple. Nope.
This is going to make it look more orange, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm talking over you as I'm looking at the votes. But yes, your flower is beautiful. Look at that. Don't you like that orange look?
I love it. Now, I noticed in this sample here you used Y10 for the center of the flower, but if you don't have that, you can actually use the E40.
Yes.
I think I'm going to do that. Just
Okay.
make sure it's clean.
And then we just need the leaves, and we've gone ahead and got that one.
Okay, so there is the middle. And so for the leaves, we have to go back to our greens. So let me put all the caps on my markers and we'll use those greens again.
All right, Crystal got it. Red. I can't believe all of you thought I was wearing purple, teal, or blue. I was wearing red today. So yay for Crystal.
All right, greens, greens.
Okay, so we're going to do the same greens that we did for the coconut, which was YG00 and YG29.
Starting with YG29, dark color first. I'm going to put that dark on the inside of the leaf. And we're not really going to color that one, right?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to grab my light green, YG00, and we're going to just blend that out.
Now, I did end up cutting one of these off and reapplying it there. So if you're wondering how I got the 3, I'll show you in a moment.
Okay, there we go. Is it your turn now?
Not quite, but here you go. All right, so look at that. We did all of our coloring. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. Now, I did want to point out that when you look at this, let's turn it the same way here, kind of the way it is. How is that going? Oh, I don't know how that's going. Do you?
Yeah,
yes.
like that.
Okay, so when this is on the card, I didn't want this leaf like hanging down here. So I trimmed that off and then I slid it back under there, okay? So you can, with our stickers, cut around and then put it where you want it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's a great tip.
Okay. So the next step that would happen on your watch, because I think we all know how to cut these out, you know. I don't think we have to do it together. But all you have to do is use your scan and cut or your scissors. We like to use these scissors, the Tim Holtz little 5-inch fussy cut scissors. They have titanium so they don't stick. We really like that. They're nice and sharp and they have a serrated edge. Now we are out of stock of these on our website, but the good news is I just checked. They've been shipped and we're going to get a whole bunch in next week, okay? So these are really, really great. And all you're going to do, and the reason I really like them too, besides what I just told you, is my hands fit really well in here.
And they're really a comfortable grip. They're rubber.
Yes, and there's also this larger size, which a lot of people overlook because they look too big. But I often use these too when I'm cutting because sometimes they're even more comfortable and they really get a really nice sharp cut.
So those are the 7-inch and then these are the 5-inch.
Yes, now these I'm not sure if we still have in stock. We did, but definitely these have been hard to get and they're coming back. Yay!
Okay, so I think we have to look at the inside of our card again.
Yes, in a minute. But I just wanted to say that you're going to cut following the border here. So you just go around the border, cut, cut, cut. And this one's pretty easy. It's a very large one. Now, it gets a little challenging in here. So if you didn't want to go inside and cut that part, you can just color that light green and that'll look good too, right?
Or even black.
Or black, and just go around the outside, okay? So make it easy on yourself. Then once you do that, you're going to put it right here in the center of our card, as you can see, and look how pretty that is. It's really nice. Now there's this small flower, which was way over here, and then the little dragonflies right there. That's how easy that is.
Super easy.
Okay?
I think this is my new favorite sticker.
Yes, it's really pretty. Now let's do the inside of the card, shall we?
Okay.
Now here's the trick. Jackie and I did not give you any additional supplies, so we had to be very creative how we got something to decorate right here. So to get this piece, if you already cut, you're not going to maybe be able to do this, I don't think. So you might want to do a different color. But the second piece of this, we're supposed to cut 2 by 4. But in order to get that piece, we could be creative. And instead of cutting 2 this way, we could cut 2 this way, which will leave us plenty of space to do this. Do you see what I mean?
Right. But we'll show you.
Yes, we're going to show you. All right. So we cut 1 piece 2 by 4, right, Jackie?
Right.
And then this is what was left over of that first piece. And we can see that it's 4. And we could cut the second card right here 2 by 4. And now we have the second one. But we have this left over, but this doesn't go all the way across. So you could do it a 4-inch if you wanted, make a strip. But you could also, because you only need 1 more 2 by 4, you can cut the 2 long ways, like that, and then cut this off at 4. This is why I said, if you already cut, I'm sure you can figure a way to decorate the inside. But this would give you your 3rd piece, leaving this piece to make a strip.
Okay.
Okay, so I cut this at a 1/2 inch. So this is 1/2 inch.
By 4 1/4.
Well, wait a minute. I didn't do that very straight. Let me do that again. It looks like I had a drink here like you were doing. I'm not drinking as I have to drive home. Okay, so there's my strip, a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to do 4 1/4. Okay, how easy was that?
Very easy.
So again, if you did yours a different way, I'm sure you can be creative with that 4-inch strip, right?
Yeah, so just to repeat, this little strip here that goes on the inside is 4 1/4 by a 1/2 inch.
Okay, so let's get our pre-scored card. And it's time to put our base on it so we could do the inside. So you're going to want to take your pre-scored card, fold it over, and I like to fold it over so that the valley is on the outside. Do you know that valley thing? So if you look at this, you could see where this indent is going mountain, and this was valley, and you can just fold it. Does it really matter? No, but sometimes it lays flatter if you do it that way. Have you ever noticed?
No, not really.
Okay, now here's another tip. You know our famous tweezers here has a really nice flat edge. I like to use it as a bone folder.
I did know that one.
Okay, and look how nice and flat that is now.
Yes, I think that's great. So now we're going to apply adhesive on the back of our card base, or panel, card panel.
The guts, what I call it. All right, then we're going to just match it up exactly, and look at that.
Ta-da! All right, so now we're going to put that strip on the inside, right?
We are. Let me put it over here so everyone can see. Hopefully I go straight. Wouldn't it be awful if I didn't? There we go. And then I'm just going to line this up a little inside that fold and down. Okay, and if yours is a little too much, you can snip that off. There we go. Okay, now this part right here, let's see if I can get that under. Go. This chain right here is found on the hibiscus.
Yes, so look for your hibiscus sticker and you'll see that there are these little borders on the end of the sheet.
Now, I have to tell you, those are not going to go all the way across, okay? So we're going to do that little piecemeal thing. So we're going to take, there are 3 chains, and we are going to take this. Look how pretty that is.
I like that. Black is stunning.
It is. And we're just going to put it across.
So going back to that fold, Vicky says that she learned if you keep the mountain inside of the card, the front and the back match perfectly when you fold it.
See, and I learned the opposite. Isn't that interesting? But whatever works, right, Vicky? Okay.
And Christine is wondering what kind of tasty beverage I'm drinking. Well, it is an adult beverage.
Okay, so here's that second chain right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to overlap the last 2.
I wasn't done, by the way.
I know, but I'm doing the card.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it's wine.
And then I'm just going to straighten it out and trim. Now, you're going to ask yourself, but there's only 3 chains and we used a bit of the second one. So, do you see what's in between here? These are diamonds. So you can easily cut the diamond. You're going to have 2 diamonds and make the 3rd one with the diamond. Okay?
Very clever.
All right. Then you would... Oh.
Are you sure you haven't had anything to drink?
I'm really sure.
She tried to put the sticker on the sheet with the sticky side up.
No, I didn't. It had a piece of paper on there and it wouldn't stick. Jackie's now going to get the giggles. Oh, gosh. Okay, so here we go. You're going to cut out your hibiscus that we just colored. It's going to go down here. And then we have this sentiment, aloha. So you know what I like about our sentiments?
What's that?
They're all usually hooked together.
Oh my goodness. Yes, they're all one piece.
Okay, so the thing about this one is I was watching what Jackie was doing and got distracted. So let me just fix it here. My H kind of got a little bit stuck to the bottom. There we go. Okay, so another tip that I wanted to give you is sometimes I go all over the place. So I like to use a ruler or something to kind of make a straight line like this. And then when I go to place it, it helps me. Have you ever tried that?
No, but I'm going to try that next time. I like to use, when I'm putting a sticker on a pattern paper, I use the pattern to help me go straight.
I am really having a day because I'm at a weird angle. Maybe you could give me a hand. Maybe you shouldn't.
Okay.
There we go. Works like a charm. There we go. Okay. Aloha.
It's got a little bit of a movement throughout it.
Okay. Yep. I like that. It's cute. And then here is our card, minus our cut out images that we colored.
All right. So how fun was that? So we not only decorated the front of the card, we did the whole panel, the guts, and we decorated the inside.
Yes, we did, and I think the colors are stunning. So let's look at the card finished one more time here.
Okay, so we have the front of the card here. Beautiful. And then when we open it up, we have that wonderful surprise image.
It's so pretty. I love it.
Now, I think if I was giving this card, I would want it right on this side because I wouldn't want to mess anything up. But that's just me.
I would write right in the middle there, love Mom. Okay, so now that we saw that card and we had this wonderful Kraftini experience, I think it's ready to see what the next one is going to be because it's a brand new sticker. We just put it on the web store, right?
Yep, it's live on the website. It's under card kits. And here's the reveal. Are you ready?
Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that one. So let's talk about it. This is called Girl with Balloons, and isn't she adorable? And so this will be a card kit that will be available, but we're going to put it together in our Kraftini. Do you remember the date? It's April
23rd. It's a Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to be, what technique is with this one?
Okay, so what we're going to do to we're going to make a card just like this in color, just like this. And then we're going to twist it up and we're going to give her dress different patterns. We're going to do a plaid and we're going to do a polka dot dress. Won't that be fun?
Yeah, I think that's going to be great. So this is kind of the basic way with the shading, and then we'll mix it up with those patterns on the dress.
Absolutely, and then look at the inside. We'll show you how to add a beautiful inside with the pieces in your kit.
Wow,
so
that is beautiful.
I just think, and on this one, would you write here, Jackie?
No, I'd have to write over here again. I don't want to risk messing that up.
Oh, very nice. But this will be our next Kraftini brand new sticker, just so new that it's still fresh. It has that fresh sticker smell, right?
Yes.
So if you love this, will you give us a heart, yes, or a thumbs up? Because I really enjoyed making this card.
And if you want to do some shopping this weekend, this is live on the website for $13.49. It makes 3 cards, and we also have a spring cleaning sale going on.
Yes, we do, and it's under spring cleaning. Now, one thing about this kit, if you order it tonight just to lock in and that you're going to get it, can you do us a favor and do that as a separate order? Or you don't have to, but it would really make it easier if you're buying other things, because we could ship those other things as these are being custom made.
Right. All right, so I think that was such a fun time. We're going to appear right here. And I just think that this Kraftini is such a great, fun event. We hope you enjoy it, and we're going to keep doing it as long as you are all having fun with us.
Yes, so it's always fun to take one of our retail card kits, show you our twist on it, maybe give you some new techniques and ideas, but if anything, we're here crafting together in our crazy world.
I know, we're so crazy, and we like to spread the crazy around.
All right, so she needs to go have some more to drink, apparently, and I need to start, right? Okay.
So have a really fun weekend, stay crafty, color lots of things, and we'll see you really soon here at Krazy Kreations next time.
You will. So my name's Kara.
And I'm Jackie.
See you soon.